here we go with the main event of the evening.
Good evening and welcome to the Sports Bar and talkSPORT. Me, Jamie O'Hara, him over there, Jason Cundy.
Has anyone seen Benfica? Can you me show some radio? Your voice went in Scott Minto. Dean Saunders, Graham Souness, Eusebio. Can you me Eusebio? Always to win a liver beating. Custard Tart, Villamora, the Algarve, Quinta Delago, Superboc, Nando's. Can you me Nando's? You're always to win a liver beating.
Newcastle flying, back-to-back wins in Europe. Anthony Gordon starting to prove he's good enough at the top level. Newcastle fans, do you even miss Isak? Voltemada, what a player he is. Erling Haaland as well was at it again for City. Scored his 24th goal of the season. We're not even in November. And a big win in North London. Enfield Town 3.
Oh, Jay, come on, mate. You're better than that.
Let's give
Jay,
North
come
London
on.
some love tonight. Big result for Enfield. What a team in North London they are. Loads to go at. Championship football. We'll talk about that. 03 717 22 3344.
Jay, come on, mate.
It's a good team,
Jay,
Enfield, mate.
Come on, mate.
Good
You're better.
team.
Come on, you're better than that.
3-1.
You're
How are you?
I'm all right, matey. I'm not bad.
Where do you want to start, mate? Where we starting?
Let's start with Arsenal, mate. Come on.
Who? Did they win tonight? Did Arsenal play?
Mate, come on. Let's have it right. That was some second half performance, wasn't it? From
Nah, they were good, mate. They
were good.
They're very good.
scoring all different types of goals. They're called set piece FC, but tonight we're watching on the different types of goals, different types of set pieces, open goals. It was just one of those performances that you just dream of as a fan going home. Just make sure you get the 3 points. But then was it 4 goals in 14 minutes? Just blew Atletico.
Yeah, they fell apart. Atletico.
Do you know what? They once they conceded that first set piece, they were terrible. Yeah. Arsenal were brilliant.
Yeah.
But the Lewis Skelly through the middle of the park.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's like parting of the sea.
Yeah, it was.
But look, take nothing away from Arsenal, mate. They tell you they're a problem. They are a big problem, and they will go deep in this competition again. They're my favourites to win the Premier League.
Oh.
Jay, don't ever pop at me.
I'm not having a pop.
Don't have a dig at me. Don't blame me. Okay?
I'm not blaming you for anything.
Well, there's no point in throwing a strop with me.
I'm not throwing a strop. They're
Right?
a good team. They look great. Look,
Right.
they look good.
But they are.
Fair play to them.
They are. This is the best Arsenal side I've seen since they won it in 2005. And without any question, this is the best Arsenal side. And since the other likes of Thierry Henry playing, right? And Arsene Wenger manager. They're not as good. I think that Arsenal team, certainly easier on the eye. They're a workmanlike, very well organised. They get things done. They're organised, disciplined defensively. They're a horrible team to play against, but they are efficient, and they are efficient at both ends. Don't give any chances away and score goals.
It's early days, mate. It's early days.
I'm telling you now, they're going to win. I think they'll win the Premier League, and they'll go a long way in this competition. A long way. Because the teams that don't concede goals tend to do very, very well in the Champions League. Because you can win a game over 2 legs in the knockout. It might one goal that wins the tie. If you don't concede, mate, well, look at Fulham at the weekend, right?
Yeah.
1 goal wins you it.
Yeah. No, listen, you can't get away from it. They're brilliant. Look, credit where it's due.
Yeah.
Defensively, they're amazing.
They are.
They're an amazing football team in terms of the defensive capabilities. But tonight, they showed they can score goals as well.
But they are a team now.
Atletico Madrid fell apart. It was embarrassing there, the second half.
They did
Diego
fall apart.
Simeone was, he must have been fuming after the game. But look, it's frustrating to play against Arsenal when they're playing the way that they're playing.
They don't give up chances, Jay, let alone goals.
You don't get many opportunities to get goals in. And when you concede, it's almost like, oh my God, we've conceded. We ain't getting back in the game. And then Arsenal grow in confidence and.
Yeah,
they're the team to beat at the moment. They're the team to beat. They're doing a business, but long way to go.
There is a long way to go.
A long way to go. We've seen them. Arsenal fans going to be very chirpy, and I get that they're playing well, and but we saw them when they beat Real Madrid last season. That was it. They was going to win everything.
Well, they probably learnt from that, mate. That actually there is a long way to go, and there is a lot of football to be played. But right now, they're as good as anything out there, mate. They are.
All right, let's go to Craig. He's an Arsenal fan. He's phoned us up. Right, Craig?
All right, Craigie.
You all right, fellas? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you, Craig. Go on, what do you want to say?
First time caller, long time listener to you boys. You two are brilliant, you know that?
Thanks, mate.
But
Cheers, Craig.
I'm not sure I needed to call up tonight because you two have done my work for me. You've literally bigged off.
All right, bye. See you, Craig. See ya.
Look, you're good. You're good.
We are good, but yeah, we are good.
Gyökeres got a couple of goals.
Gyökeres tonight. They're not the best goals in the world, but they go in, don't they? You need them to fall in for you. When you've not scored in 6 games, you need them to go in, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that's his job.
Martinelli, good game tonight.
I think they all played well. You know,
all of them.
Yeah, everyone played well.
Where are you putting Gyökeres right now as a striker? Right, how good is he?
He's doing the business without the goals, and that's what you need to win the league, don't you?
Yeah, he's doing bits. He's doing good bits.
He's
picking up, and he's going to get.
I don't want to come in and give it big licks, but he's doing the business.
Do you know what? I think he looks stronger. I think he looks more mobile. I think he looks fitter since he first arrived.
Craigie, I've got here, right? You mentioned here to our guy out there who takes the phone calls before. He says in front of me here, he's an R9 type player.
No. He must be talking rubbish.
Well, that's what I've got in front of me here.
Rubbish. He's a flat track bully, isn't he? But he'll get you goals in the box, the goals you need, the goals you want. The 2 goals you need tonight, they come to him, he drops them in. Lovely. Here's you like 4-0. Brilliant.
Indeed. What are you going to win this year, Craigie?
Oh, I ain't coming on here like Moany Mo or whatever it is, Big Mo, whatever you want to call him, and give it. We're going to win the bloody quadruple. But we're going to win.
You got to win one of the big dogs, right?
We've got to. No, we have to. We've got to win something, haven't we? We deserve something.
No one deserves anything. You win it because you win it.
No, it's not a divine right, but you need something, don't you? After these 3 years, we've got the players now. He's got no excuse, has he?
Well, you got the squad. That squad. When you think about when. Was it Gabriel that went injured a couple of years ago?
Yeah.
You know,
wasn't it?
Yeah, and was it Holden come in and not the same? You look at now what you've got coming off the bench. If you keep everyone fit,
going off, Mascara coming in.
Mascara coming on, you're absolutely right. Yeah,
right, Ireland can stay quiet and Liverpool are dropping off. It's our chance, isn't it? But it's like, you can't, like you say, you're not guaranteed to win nothing, are you? But you never have a better chance than this, mate.
No.
As we all know.
Right.
Other than O'Hara, I don't know nothing about Spurs, but other than that, we'll win.
Hey, Europa League champions, mate. Trophy last season. Just remember that. Champions of Europe. Don't forget that. Craigie, see you later. Let's go to Gabby's Arsenal fan. All right, Gabs.
All right, Gab.
You too. Jamie, I'm watching you on TV. I'm listening to you on radio. It's getting harder and harder every week for you, my friend.
It's getting hard, mate. It's getting hard.
I've even got a nickname for the pair of you, but you've spoilt it. I was going to have you labelled as the Grumpy Granddads. But you're actually being really humble and happy tonight. I know it's really painful, but listen, first half, you ain't winning nothing on that first half, but second half, blown away.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, what is Jamie and Jason? When I'm doing that 4th goal and I recorded it and got it on recording, I thought, I wonder what Jason and Jamie are going to be like tonight. Is Jamie going to be humble finally? Is it a case of every week I've got to call him up and I'm going to have to keep saying...
No, but Gabs, well done, mate. What do you want? Do you want a medal? Right, do you know what I mean? You want a medal? You beat Atletico Madrid. Well done. Well done.
Listen, if that was Tottenham tonight, mate, we wouldn't hear the last of it.
Yeah.
Let's have it straight.
They're 4th in the Liga, mate. They're nothing special.
I tell you, Alvarez looked very good tonight, mate. He's a problem, as Mr. Cundy would say. He sat in that pocket. That guy is... And I tell you what, first half, Raya got out of trouble. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah. He should score.
He got bored, and he sat there, come out like a banshee, Tasmanian devil, flew out, and it was like, that could have been a whole entire different game tonight. But listen, we're there, and, our West London and North London brothers, we will continue to keep crowing at the top of the nest, and we thank you for your support, gents. Thank you very much.
Do you know what, right?
Another clean sheet, bruv.
Do you know what, right? So, Arsenal are expected to get to the knockout stages, right?
Yeah.
We agree on that, right?
Yeah.
That's when the Champions League starts. That's when it starts proper. Yeah, it's always brilliant to have this. And I said it's one of those dream results. At half-time, you're going, wow, a set piece might nick this.
No, but Liverpool don't. I mean, Liverpool breezed through, didn't they? And then they got beat by PSG, knocked them out.
That's the point I'm making. That's the point I'm making.
Almost impossible not to qualify.
Arsenal are expected to qualify to the knockout stage, right? They will get there. We knew that. Everyone knows that. It's when you get to the knockout stages, that's when you need to put in those sort of performances. That's when the clean sheets start racking. They're the ones when it really matters.
What I would say is, last season when I watched Arsenal, You know, a couple of injuries here and there. You go, they're a bit iffy. They're all over. Odegaard gets injured. They're struggling now. I look at them and I go, God, they got a good squad.
The squad is built. This squad is built now to go and win it, to win this or the Premier League. It's built. This is it. This is the work. This is the body of work that Arteta's put in.
But you
right
think this
now,
is the time?
I think it is.
You think this is the moment? This is Arsenal's moment.
Well, if it's not, what more do they need? Because all over the pitch, they look brilliant. All over the pitch, defensively, whether it be open play or set pieces. Offensively, open play and set pieces. They don't give up chances, let alone goals. They score all different types of goals. If everyone stays fit, and do you know what? They're not missing Odegaard. This time last year when Odegaard was out, all you heard from Arsenal fans was that he's missing. The suspensions are racking up. They've matured as a team, it looks, as well. There's no silly cards.
It's still Arsenal, though.
Skelly was picking up all sorts of silly cards.
It's still Arsenal.
Mate, well...
You know what I mean? Well, they ain't got anything over the line yet.
Well, not yet they haven't. No, I can't disagree with that. But right here, right now, they're a problem. They're a problem.
Gab, thanks for your call. Let's go to Anthony. All right, Ant?
Evening, gents.
All right, Ant?
Yeah, very pleased. Very pleased. And do you know what, Jason? I say everything that you're saying. I don't see why there is any reason why we can't go the full whack this season. The squad is there.
Yeah.
They're putting a performance like that tonight. Paul Merson said that's a statement. Now, if that's a statement, now they've got to go and do something like that to a Real Madrid or a PSG.
Yeah, but you see, here's the thing, right? That's a statement, but that statement is written in in little tiny caps. In the knockout stage, that's a statement because you should beat Atleti. All right, it was very convincing. But I seem to remember last year you beaten offside from Madrid and you were getting very carried away and you had to get brought down to earth. So that statement, What about that statement victory against Real Madrid? That was a statement victory. To take brilliant victory, brilliant performance second half, move on. Nothing is won.
No.
But I tell you what, they'll go close.
Nothing is won yet. Nothing at all. But we've got to win one of the big ones this season.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
He's been backed. The new sporting director has come in. He's backed up Arteta with the money to build a strong squad. And if we don't win anything this season, one of the big ones, I think he will be in trouble.
I suppose it depends how you lose it. You know, there's a lot that's got to happen between now and then, right? There's a lot of football, and there will be bumps in the road inevitably. No team wins anything without there being a bump in the road. But right now, Arsenal are as solid and as good as anything that we've seen in English football right now. Liverpool, I can't work City out. I just can't work City out.
City, at this moment in time, City are my only hope.
They're our only hope, mate.
They're our only hope, mate.
They are.
You know, I'm relying on Pep to do the business.
But I don't think City...
Because at the moment, Liverpool they're not there. They're not there. They're fragile. They look a little bit all over the place. They'll come good, but I think they're not this season. I'm relying on City to pull the finger out.
I think City can obviously do some of the Champions League. You know, best team doesn't always win the Champions League. But the Premier League, I'm not sure they're going to be good enough because they're unconvincing, City. They give up chances. Even the games like against Everton, 1 or 2 chances. Against Brentford a couple of weeks ago, you know, Igor Thiago's gone through. Should 1v1. I don't see Arsenal giving up 1v1s. They simply don't give up those sort of opportunities.
No.
And I think City have still got that in them.
Yeah. All right. Oh, God. Loads to go at. It is looking like a big night for Arsenal. Or everyone wants to come on and talk about Arsenal. But, you know, other teams have played. Let's talk about Newcastle. Yeah, Newcastle flying at the moment. Flying in the... I think they're a great chance. They got a great chance.
What?
You know, getting to the last stages.
They might well do. They'll get to the knockout.
Baltimore, good player.
Every English club should get to knockout stages, right? Every English club should.
Let's talk about how good Newcastle have been tonight. Let's move on from Arsenal.
They were. Second half, they were excellent. Again, overall, that Benfica, I saw them at Stamford Bridge. They're not a great side, but they put them to the sword. You know? Yeah. Deal with them. Deal with rubbish.
All right, loads to go at. Big night. Have your say. 03 717 22 33 44. Yeah, you listen to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie O'Hara, and Jason Cundy. Reminder that talkSPORT is now on your smart TV. Just grab the app on the Android TV and Google TV. We're either on Prime Video. talkSPORT live on your screen, as well as your speakers. Still to come, we're going to hear from Ipswich fans following your lot getting battered at home tonight. Question marks over Kieran McKenna. You can have your say. Championship action tonight, 03717 223344. It was a big night, though, for English teams in the Champions League. Big wins for all three sides. Arsenal smashed Atletico Madrid 4-0 at the Emirates.
Arsenal have simply blown Diego Simeone's men away with 4 goals in the space of 13 minutes. The first inevitably perhaps from a set piece. Declan Rice curling in the corner, or the free kick rather, headed in by Gabriel. Gabriel Martinelli doubled that lead. And then Victor Gyökeres, who had a difficult evening to that point, he scored twice. Atletico Madrid, renowned in previous seasons for how defensively stubborn they are, how difficult they are to create chances against. They thrashed them by 4 second-half goals to nil.
Yeah, big result for Arsenal tonight. Can't get away from the fact they are flying high at the moment. Let's go to Laurie, who's an Arsenal fan. All right, Laurie.
All right, Loz.
Hello, Jay. You all right, mate?
Yeah, we're good.
Can I have a tribute to you?
Go on.
Dry your eyes, mate. I know it's hard to take. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop crying, mate. Stop crying.
I'm not, look, fair play to you, mate. You're looking good, but you've done nothing yet. Done nothing.
No, correct. And there's no guarantees in winning anything, so I'm not going to get into that talk about winning stuff. Early doors. We've been here loads. I spoke to you before on here.
Mm-hmm.
We're a long way from winning stuff, but you can't write off beating these lot 4-0. You just can't. The manager's been there 14 years. The club are amazing defensively, as we all know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A 4-0 is a good result.
No, it's a great result. It's a great result.
More than a good result.
That's a great result.
I mean, that's good is 2-0. That 4-0 is
You've
magnificent.
been here before, though, Laurie. Do you know what I mean? You beat a Madrid side last season, gave them a spanking, and that was it. Phoning up, they're going to win the Champions League, going to win it all. Didn't win anything. So you've been here before. Fair play. You're looking good. You've improved. You have. You can't get away from it. Arsenal have improved.
But there's a long way to go. A long way to go. But I think, like we've all said, the depth in the squad really shows that. Very positive at the moment, and I'm on my way home from the game. But yeah, I'm really buzzing about it, and I don't think there's an Arsenal fan that will come here on here tonight on your show and say we thought he was going to win 2-0. I had 2-1 Arsenal. 4-0 obviously was a bit more than what we all thought.
Yeah, they fell apart. They fell apart. Let it go. You can't. Listen, second half, you run away with it. They fell apart. Madrid. They were terrible.
Yeah. we took him apart. Look, Alvarez, though, I'm going to give credit to him. What a good player he is. You know, he was one of their main players that's going to cause problems for you. But, yeah, look, listen, I think all Arsenal fans, anyone real that was there tonight would say, I don't think no one thought he was going to beat them 4-0. I think we would have took a 2-1, you know, a sort of result.
Like I said earlier, Loz, you know, Arsenal were always going to get to the knockout stages. That was, you know, as nailed on as what you know, as anything. How you done it tonight? No one saw that. I'm one of them. But it's when you get to the knockout stages, you know, when you go away from home, keeping a clean sheet. If you can continue to do what you're doing, like I said, you're a problem, and teams won't looking forward to playing against Arsenal because one, you don't create many chances, and two, if you give up a set piece or anything in and around that area, whether it be a corner, sometimes, I mean, throw-ons, the Lewis Skelly throw-in, I think they might have to sack that.
Yeah, he got a long throw.
That Lewis Skelly throw-in just ain't reaching the box. I don't get that. I think what you should do is play it short and whip it in. You know, get everyone in the box, play it short, and get a cross in.
I was actually saying with the people that sit around me going, Skelly needs to come off. And the next thing you know, he pops up and we end up scoring another goal from him, you know, from his play sort of thing. But, yeah, look, I'm with you on it. I'm just being honest here now. As we sit here today, we're looking very good. We've got a lot more depth in the squad than we've ever had, and I think you agree with that. On paper, do we win something? I ain't accepting the League Cup, or whatever you want to call it.
No, you can't.
No, don't even bother with them this season.
No, this squad,
don't even bother.
This squad is built. It's not built to win a League Cup. It's not built to win the FA Cup. This squad has been built, and it's over, the last 3 years, this squad has got close. I was saying,
Premier League or Champions
the
League,
last 2 years, I've said Arsenal are going to win the title, right? You come up short. I've said again, you're going to win the title. Now, this is as good a chance as you're going to have because Liverpool, they're not at it. City, right? Look, they've got a beast in Haaland, right? And you can win a cup with a striker like that. I don't know whether you can win a league with how they give up chances. Arsenal got both ends of the pitch right at the moment.
Gyökeres at the moment for me I hear in the stadium tonight when I'm around the stadium and I hear people saying that he's working very hard. I think we've all got to understand that the Premier League is totally different to the Portuguese league. Yeah. And I feel he will come good. I think he's up there watching every home game and his work rate's astronomical and the goals will come. But they need to come sooner than later because obviously, like you say, guys, when we get into the later stages of the Premier League challenge, the Champions League semis or knockout, he's got to deliver then. And I think that's when I want to judge him personally. But, you know, look, I'm happy with tonight. I never see a 4-0 coming. I was even close to going, let some friends go tonight, but I had to go. And, look, the result's a real good result. As I said, he's been there 14 years, the manager. He's got a real good group of players. They're very well cemented in the way they play. And we broke that down in the end. You know, I know the Gyökeres, a couple of them might a little bit, not sloppy, but not a clear-cut striker's goal. But he's done his job, Jim.
Right.
You know, look,
Laurie, listen, mate, thanks for your call. They're very humble tonight, actually, Arsenal. I was expecting them to
maybe
come on here and gloat a bit more. Like I was expecting a bit more like,
well, last season when
we're going to win it all, that's it. We got the best team ever.
Well, the 2 Rice free kicks against Real Madrid, right? You and I were on there that night, and they were full of it. I think maybe there's an understanding that actually it's about the next game. Today was brilliant, you know. And it's like I said, it's one of those games you go to, hoping that you're going to be able to keep a clean sheet and get something. Half time, it looked like set piece might be the difference. Well, as it turned out, that was the catalyst for the difference, and then they just blew them away. You know, there's. Look, I've just seen PSG, Leverkusen. Talk about statement win, right? Arsenal fans want to talk about statement win. Leverkusen 2, PSG 7.
Yeah, no.
And they're the holders.
Yeah.
Right? And there's a very good chance if Arsenal are going to win this, at some stage, they're probably going to come up against PSG.
Some big results.
Not definitely, but
Barca won 6-1. I mean, Newcastle won 3-0. I mean, that's a big result.
Yeah.
Borussia Dortmund won 4-2 away from home. PSV won 6-2 against Napoli.
That's a lot of goals, mate.
So there's a lot of goals.
There's a lot of statement wins out there,
A lot of statements, mate. There's a lot of statements out there, you know. Let's calm down a bit. Let's calm down. Let's talk about Newcastle. Richie's a Newcastle fan. All right, Rich?
All right, Rich.
Hello, JC. How are Jamie? All right?
Yeah, good, mate. Big night for you. It's a great result.
Cracking result.
Played well.
First half, a bit like a fencing duel. Both sides probing and whatnot. And second half would just come out like a different team, you know. Absolute brilliant.
Nick Pope, one of the best throws I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, what an assist.
For his distribution, but, you know, he's been on it this season. I have to say, like, he's
had to be.
He's had to change my kind of view of him, because I was critical of him. But a great team performance. I thought Gordon, his England performances have hit another level, and I think he's starting to play for us like we've always wanted him to play.
He's so direct, isn't he? So quick and so, you know, he puts his foot... And you know, he's not...
He terrorised them.
Yeah,
absolutely terrorised them.
He's a different type of wide player to Grealish. He's a different type of player to Eze, you know, and, you know, Rashford. And he doesn't really have much of a trick, but he don't need... His trick is I'm going past you. And when I've gone past you, I'm staying past you. He's got a lovely left foot when he gets the ball out in those wide areas. And he's starting to have a bit more of an eye for goal. If that can carry on, he's almost a must for England, not just in the squad, but that left-hand side is still very much up for grabs.
Yeah.
And you can see Tuchel likes pace out wide.
Yeah, I think we as fans have been sort of critical of a lot of our sort of front wide players not being direct enough. They do all that great work, getting around, getting past players, and then you get in the final third, and then sometimes, you know, rather than just having a good shot, and maybe, you know, you pick up a deflection or a second ball and then someone gets a goal, they kind of seem to want to walk it in, but that seems to be changing now, and it's good to see. The other point I wanted to make was I thought, you know, the young lad, Lewis Miley, absolutely looked totally assured on the ball tonight. He looked so confident. He looked like he belonged in the Champions League.
Yeah. Played
brilliantly. I think Walter Mara's link-up play again.
Yeah. His link-up play so good.
Yeah, he's a great acquisition.
Big lad, man. He's got great feet. Great feet.
So you're not missing this act?
Who?
You're not... Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Hey, mate, you look good. Newcastle look good tonight. You need to take it into the Premier League, though. You've been a bit iffy, Premier League.
Yeah, but that'll come, you know. We've got a lot of players out. We've got Lewis Hall out. We've got our left back out and right back out. You know, Tino Livramento.
Yeah.
Dan Burns doing a job at left back. He's not a left back. We all know that. But he, you know, fair play to him, man. He puts his heart and soul into it.
Does.
Yeah.
And he doesn't let you down. And Jose still hasn't broke his hoodoo at St James's. And long may that race continue.
All right, Rich. Thanks for
Cheers,
your call.
Rich.
Keep them coming in. Loads to go out. We're going to hear from Newcastle fans, Man City fans, Arsenal fans. Obviously, a big night for you as well. 03 717 22 3344. listening to the Sports Bar Talk Sport. Me and Jamie O'Hara, Jason Cundy are going to discuss whether Arsenal gaffer Mikel Arteta is one of the best managers in the world. It was a good night for English teams in the Champions League. Big wins for all three sides. Newcastle beat Benfica 3-0. Here's Harvey Barnes' goal, make it 3-0 to make the Magpies flying high. This sounded live on talk Sport.
Well, he's got it again. Baltimore playing him in. Gordon rolling it in. It's Barnes! It's 3! The roar that celebrates the third goal, and 3 points on Tyneside. A match Newcastle really had to win to galvanise their chances of a top 8 finish in the Champions League. And it is a match that's brought them 3 goals and will bring them 3 points.
Yeah, big night for them. We've got to talk Championship as well. We'll do that a little bit later on in the show. Some big results and disappointing ones as well. What's going on at Ipswich Town? They got beat at home.
That's
3-0.
That's a bad result. That Charlton are doing well, by the way. So let's not diss Charlton.
Millwall flying high, by the way, third in the league. Get the Millwall in the Prem.
Millwall flying nice. Coventry City winning again. Up the wall.
Up the wall. Get down the den, boys. Good atmosphere there right now.
West Ham go one way, Millwall go the other.
Oh, that'd be amazing. It's never been in the Prem, Millwall. I'd love to see it. Right, let's go to Denny, though. He's an Arsenal fan. All right, Denny?
All right, Den.
Hi, guys. You okay?
I'm all right, Den. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Very happy with the result again today. Another win, another clean sheet, and also a big thing for us right now is Joko is scoring. A few people putting question marks on his name. It's not really the point I wanted to bring up. I actually saw someone talking about Lewis Skelly just a minute ago on the show about how he should be playing. I've seen it on my phone, so about how he should be playing. In my personal opinion, I think Calafiori is the best left back in the Premier League, and he's showing it time and time again at Arsenal right now. I don't know if you lot agree or not, but I think he's fantastic. And I think tonight was purely, he played a lot. He was injury prone last season. He's played for Italy 90 minutes. He keeps playing 90 minutes for us. Just give him a rest tonight.
Well, Lewis Skelly last season, by the way, kept Calafiori out.
No, he didn't. Calafiori was injured.
Well, Calafiori couldn't get back in.
No, I don't know, mate.
He did. I remember Calafiori couldn't get back in the side.
Maybe in terms of coming back to injury, but a big one where
Lewis Skelly last season, their back end last season was excellent. And the thing that Lewis Skelly can do, and I don't know if you can tell me any different about Calafiori, Lewis Skelly can come in and be a centre midfielder, and he showed that today. He's so composed on the ball, and that run he drove in. I mean, I don't know how he can get through there, quite frankly, but he recognised the space was there. Look, if he's keeping Skelly out, he must be doing something right.
I mean, I have absolutely no slander on Lewis Skelly, by the way. I think he is magnificent the way you guys are describing him too. But Calafiori is just another level above.
Okay.
And he
said about coming in. I don't know if he is, mate. I don't know if he's a level above.
I promise you, I am so certain on it. And a big factor in this, for me believing this as well, the PSG away game last year, we did lose, but the only reason we had any chance of going through in that second leg was because of Ricardo Calafiori coming on at half-time. He was phenomenal. He changed the entire game.
He's agent. Why are we talking about Calafiori?
He didn't even play.
I'm just saying, I just think he's fantastic.
He didn't even play.
If you want to talk, and I want to ask you another question, are Arsenal, as of right now, the best team in the world?
Why have you got to go and ruin it?
What do you mean?
Do you know what, right, Dan? This is it. This is why people hate Arsenal. What do you think PSG will say about that?
Jason, I'm asking a question.
No, come on. There's a reason you're asking the question, because you obviously believe it.
I think it's up for debate.
No, but how can you be the best team in the world? Come on, Denny. Denny, come on. You seem like an intelligent lad. Denny, come on, mate. Help yourself out here. You're not doing yourself.
Top of their league.
Denny, you're not doing yourself any favours.
Barca won 6-1 tonight. Paris Saint-Germain won 7-2.
Yeah.
And they're not top of the league. They're not even top of the league.
Sorry, what did they win last season? Does that count for nothing all of a sudden?
No, of course not. And I once again, I do think they're fantastic.
Denny, come on, mate.
Am I silly to debate it in your opinion?
I think you're silly to raise it 8 games in after you've had a great win tonight, right? And this is exactly the reason. The Arsenal fans phone up. They've been well measured. They've been, talking about Arsenal so much. And you phone up and ask the question, are Arsenal the best team in the world? What? Why? Why are you asking that, Denny?
Because no team in the world of football right now beats them.
Denny, you're a good team, mate.
What? Say that again.
No team in the world right now would beat Atletico Madrid 4-0.
No.
Who cares about that? What's that got to do with it?
No, I know. It's another point.
Who's going to beat... OK, let me ask you this. Is anyone going to beat Leverkusen at home 6-2?
7.
Teams could. I think City could do that. I think we could.
7-2. Sorry, I took a goal off them. 7-2. Come on. Wind your neck in, Denny.
Look,
Arsenal fans are cringe. You are cringe FC, you know that. This is exactly why you're cringe FC. You phone up. Are we the best team in the world right now? 8 games in. 8 games in. What's wrong with you? You didn't win anything last year.
I know, and look, we do need to...
No, Denny.
We do.
Denny, you're going to regret this in the morning. You are. You are, mate.
We won't. We
You're
are
good. You're really good. You know, you're going to go deep. Best team in the world.
Well, look, May will tell us. If we are.
Listen, you may go on to win the lot, and then you can come up and say we are. But don't be asking that question.
I'll pencil it in, Jace. I'll pencil it in.
Steady, mate. Thanks for your call. Let's go to Gordon, who's an Arsenal fan. Gold?
Hi, good evening, gents. How are you?
Best team in the world?
No, it's too early to say that. We've not won anything yet, and I'm dreaming about the Champions League. I often dream about it, but I think if I'm realistic about things, I think we've got a very good chance with our squad for the Premier League. It's interesting that, I don't know if you're betting men, but from a betting perspective, the Racing Post tipped us up as joint stakes with PSG.
No, your favourites. Your favourites to win the Premier League and the Champions League. Yeah. Favourites.
No, but I'm saying to you, before the competition started, they tipped us up with PSG. They said one of us will win it.
Listen,
I've got my doubts about it still.
You need a bit of luck to win the Champions League as well, you know.
Yeah,
you need a bit of good fortune.
I think so. And the other thing is that no one's pointed out, we had 5 forward players missing today. If you include Trossard on the bench and Madueke, Havertz, Jesus and Odegaard. So we've got a lot of depth in our squad. And all I say to Arsenal fans out there, don't get carried away. But like I go up and down the country, my mate's John usually, and just enjoy every moment. That's what I'm doing. I'm enjoying tonight and on to Palace on Sunday. That's all I say.
No, I think that's fair. You know, there's a lot to like, there's a lot to love, there's a lot to get excited about, and there's a lot to look forward to. But all of that now needs to be achieved. The hard work hasn't even started yet. It hasn't really. The hard work starts New Year.
I don't expect anything less from Arsenal right now. They look good. They've signed well. They've got some good players. You know, defensively they're brilliant. You know, everyone was expecting Arsenal to be there, right? They are
Arsenal. There. I expect Arsenal minimum quarterfinals.
Yeah,
that's an absolute minimum.
But when it gets to February, March, April, that's when it's going to matter. That's when it's going to count. Arsenal have put themselves in a right good position. They're looking good. Confidence is there.
Totally agree.
But they ain't done nothing yet. But it's a long way to go, and it's been a great start.
Best team in the world?
Do me a favour, best team in the world.
talkSPORT breaking news.
Keep your calls coming in. We're going to talk Championship as well. Southampton got beat 3-1. They're having a stinker. Ipswich, they got beat as well. They're having a stinker. You can phone us up. You can talk about your team. Loads to go at 03 717 22 3344.
Football fans all have stadiums we love, but do any of us have a pitch that we love? It might sound like an odd question, but pitches can be different sizes with big consequences. Why is that? And what are the actual rules? Back when association football started, pitches could be up to 100 metres wide and 200 metres long. That's longer than Ellen Road. Not the pitch, the stadium. Anyway, UEFA wanted a standard across Europe for international matches, which became 105 metres long and 68 metres wide. But some clubs had been rebels, not intentionally, but because of the stadiums. Take Highbury, for example. It was 5 metres shorter and a metre narrower, meaning away sides had a challenge to adjust. White Hart Lane was exactly the same. And actually, when Spurs temporarily moved to Wembley, they asked the FA to shorten the pitch. The FA, very offended by the sacrilegious suggestion, said no, which in fairness could have actually benefited Tottenham because when they moved into their shiny new stadium, the pitch was exactly the same size as Wembley's. Today, Forest Pitch at the City Ground is a big one. It's 2 metres wider than any other pitch in the Premier League. But the smallest of all, Craven Cottage, just 100 metres long and 65 wide. No excuse for not tracking your man. There are a couple of crazy outliers in Europe too. At Napoli's home ground, the Stadio Diego Armando Maradona, the pitch is a whopping 110 metres long. At least they don't play on a slope like Newcastle do. There's a 2-metre incline on the pitch at St James's Park. And don't get me started on the old pitch at Yeovil too. It used to be a slant of 2 metres corner to corner and across the halfway line. So UEFA have their standards, so do the FA, but they do give pitches in England some wiggle room. Pitches can be anywhere between 90 and 120 metres long and between 45 and 90 metres wide. I mean, the rules state you can't have a square pitch, but in theory you could have one that's 91 metres long and 90 wide. Imagine rocking up to play a Sunday League game and the pitch is basically a square. So there are rules and regulations on sizes, with a UEFA standard that roughly everyone follows, but as we all know, size doesn't matter, does it?
Good evening, you are listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie O'Hara, Jason Cundy, discussing whether Arsenal gaffer Mikel Arteta is one of the best managers in the world right now. It was a good night, though, for English teams in the Champions League. Loads to go at. Can we hear from Mikel Arteta, who's been speaking after their win against Atletico Madrid?
Well, obviously, I'm extremely happy and proud about the performance and the result against a really good side. I was very impressed when I analysed them and with what I've seen today about them as well. So I knew about the difficulty of it. It required a lot of aggression and a lot of patience as well, and the way they manage the context of the game and the way they can manipulate their behavior is really impressive. And with 0-0 half-time, even though we generated 2-3 big chances, we had to stay patient, but at the same time increase a little bit certain areas to damage them more. We've done it, and then it is Champions League. I think we were very effective as well, and that was key.
Yeah, Mikel Arteta with a big result tonight. He's doing very well. Would you put him as one of the top managers in the world?
It's too early to say that. I mean, he's doing very, very well. He's had one FA Cup. At the end of this season, he may well be in that conversation. Right now.
Yeah, because Mikel Marino come out and said that he's one of the best managers in the world, if not the best.
He plays for him. What's he going to say?
Yeah, of course. That's what I said.
Look, Mikel Arteta is a bloody good manager, right? He has shown that over the... You get close to Liverpool, get close to Man City. Where Arsenal, if they don't win it this year, they'll look back on last season and feel, how did we not get closer to Liverpool? Because Liverpool won it at Cantor. Now Liverpool are struggling, right? Arsenal have capitalised. City have not been great. They're second, 3 points behind. If they can keep their noses in front, Arsenal, I don't see any reason why Arsenal can't win it.
He's not a top 10 manager in the world for me.
At the moment,
yet.
At the moment,
I'm not to say he can't be.
No, at
but
the moment,
you can't put him in a top 10 manager in the
world.
world.
You need to have something to hang your hat on. You can't just be saying we finished second, we push. Look, they're going to. As I keep saying, they got a chance. They've got a really good chance of doing something big this season.
Yeah.
Right. But right now, it's too premature to be having that conversation. He's the best man. It's too premature to say Arsenal best side in the world. You simply can't. No. You can't say that. But they've got a squad that can fight on a lot of different fronts.
A lot of people think he's one of the best managers in the world.
Well, they're probably gooners, aren't they? I mean, based on what? Come on. You need to back it up. You need to have, if you've got a Champions League under your belt and you've got, a string of trophies, finishing second does not make you the best manager in the world. It doesn't.
No. All right, let's go to Andy. He's an Arsenal fan. All right, Andy?
How we doing, guys? We good?
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. Mikel Arteta, one of the best managers in the world?
Not at the moment. I think, he's a good manager. We're lucky to have him. He's revolutionised the club over the last sort of 5 or 6 years. And we're set up for success this year. But we've not won anything. We're 8 games in, game by game. Let's see where it takes us.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
Yeah. I think Arsenal fans have been quite reasonable tonight, to be honest.
Except for Denny.
Yeah, I mean, there was one. But I think Arsenal fans are in a... I think Arsenal fans are... you've been quite humble, actually.
So I phoned into Goldstein and Benty on the way into the game.
Yeah.
And we were talking about, they were saying, are Arsenal playing ugly football this year? I don't think we're playing ugly football. I don't think we've hit the flowing form that we had 2 or 3 seasons ago. But I think tonight was a good performance. It was tight in the first half. The second half, we just came out.
We've been very much like set pieces, right? That's what you've been about. Clean sheets, set pieces, organised, hard to beat, don't concede chances, and that's what's got you results. But tonight, once the first goal went in, the floodgates opened.
It was a display.
And then we saw a display. Yeah. Then we saw confidence. Then we saw a bit of belief. All right, we can go and play some good football here. And then Arsenal, they turned on the jets, and then Atletico Madrid couldn't live with you. And Arsenal got that in the locker. I want to see that more. Because I think Arsenal are a really good side. But when you beat Fulham at the weekend, you beat them 1-0 set piece, and they didn't have a shot on target, Fulham, and you go, it's a bit dull to watch. But if you can perform the way you've performed tonight, I know you can't do that every week, but I think Arsenal have got that in the locker.
Yeah, and I think what we've got this year is where we were short last year, when we had injuries, we didn't have any quality of the same level to bring off the bench. This year, if Saka's out, not a problem, Manny comes on, Marino comes on, Trossard can come on, Martinelli comes. We've got that depth, and I'm not going to say we're going to win anything, but there's no excuse why we shouldn't. We've got everything in the locker to get a good trophy, and what I mean by a good trophy, it's got to be either the Premier League or the Champions League.
You've got to win one of the big boys.
I agree with that.
Andy, thanks for your call.
Yeah.
Let's go to Chris. He's Arsenal fan. All right, Chris.
All right, Chris.
Hello, boys. You all right?
I'm all right. Normally it's negative, Chris, but you can't have anything negative to say right now.
Definitely not. Definitely not. Second half performance was outstanding.
Yeah.
And Lewis Skelly, for me, he's basically just said to Arteta, that wild horse that you've been playing left back all season, you need to put him on the bench, because he was brilliant today. Absolutely brilliant. I don't know why he's not playing every week.
He did have a gooner, Chris. I don't know if you heard. I know you listened to the show.
I did hear it. He said he's the best left back in the league. Yeah. What was his name? Benny?
I can't remember.
Was it
Denny?
Denny?
I think.
Was it Denny?
Denny, yeah.
I
think he's been drinking too many Hennies tonight. That's why.
Denny on the Hennies.
You call him cauliflower.
Yeah, listen, he has been decent this season, but I'm sorry, Lewis Skelly is miles ahead of him for me. Last season he was brilliant, and look at tonight. This is Atletico Madrid. This ain't no like Burnley at home. No. He was brilliant.
Yeah.
So I hope going forward, Skelly plays left back. So, but yeah, overall outstanding tonight. Another clean sheet as well. That was like 10 games. We've conceded 3 goals and only 1 from open play.
Yeah, that's why you're a problem.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's why you're going to be a problem to teams, especially as I said earlier, Champions League defences. If you've got a solid defence,
but it ain't just a defence though. I know.
No, it's not. But
defence is going to get the plaudits, right? But
you don't.
They defend as a team.
They are brilliant.
All of them, like Saka, drops in. Declan Rice, he protects. Gabriel and Saliba. You know, the positional sense of all of them, the awareness of players around spaces. You know, the back four get the plaudits, right? Because that's just the way it is. Everyone talk about Saliba and Gabriel being, you know, amazing, but mate, it's a defensive display from a team.
It's a unit. It is.
You can't break them down.
Jay, you still think Romero and Van der Ven are better than Saliba and Gabriel?
Well, you've got Declan Rice and Zubamendi in front. Do you know what I mean? You've got David Raya. Do you know what I mean? Like
Papa Sarr. Apparently, you got Vicario, yeah.
Yeah, I know, but like let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Tune on that one.
No, I'm not changing my tune in terms of the personnel, but as a team, Arsenal, it's not just two players. You can't just say, it's all about Gabriel and Saliba.
No, fair enough. I hear what you're saying.
I mean, all of them. When you watch Declan Rice, the positions he takes up as a midfielder, you know, without the ball, he does the job for the centre half. He makes it easy.
Zubamendi as well.
Yeah, look at Van Dijk. Look at Van Dijk this season, right, Chris?
Yeah.
They look like they're all over the gaff at the back. Canati looks terrible. Well, that's because the midfield ain't the same. The midfield's not protecting the back four.
But you've got to remember, they're getting older as well, them two centre-backs. They're getting older. You know what I mean? Saliba and Gabriel, they're in their prime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But look, listen, I'm not going to get carried away. It's a long way to go. People are saying, that Benny or whatever his name is saying, the best team in the world. What's going on? Like, have we just won the Champions League tonight?
Yeah, I know. Well,
people need to relax a bit. But listen, at the moment, it's looking really good, playing really well. Good to see.
When's the trophy parade? You know, for beating Madrid team again. When's that? Is that when you're doing that? Is that tomorrow morning?
No, I think it's
around Highbury.
Hopefully it's at the end of May.
Dear. All right, Chrissy, thanks for your call.
Cheers, mate.
Let's take one more because I want to talk about the Championship. We've got a lot of Southampton fans phoning us up, Jace. Not happy. They are not happy.
Coming, mate. It's not pretty.
No, they're having a bit of a stinker. But I'll take Ryan. He's an Arsenal fan. All right, Rise.
Hello.
All right, Rise.
How's it going?
Yeah, all right, mate. You're set piece FC flying.
Yeah, I'm not going to be going down the route of all this wild talk of we're the best team and that. My point is more about this ugly FC set piece exploits that we're doing, and like 50% of our goals coming that way. And I've just been thinking about it as a consequence to VAR, and now most decisions for a cheap free kick or a cheap foul that you get a set piece from, they don't get overturned or looked at, right? So the set piece that comes from these decisions is then under scrutiny. So it's all on the defensive team not to make like a foul or whatever. And I think Arsenal might be just one of the first teams to be exploiting this.
Yeah.
I know we're 5 years down the line from VAR, but I just think this might be the trend. That's gonna. A lot of teams, like why no other there's 19 other teams in the league. Why aren't they doing it?
Well, they are. They're trying. I mean, everyone's trying to do it.
This is it. Arsenal.
They're the best.
I think Arsenal have changed the way teams play football now in the league.
They have.
And I think when you go back to Arteta's Arsenal, when he first came in, Arsenal played a really exciting brand of football. High energy, high tempo, squeezing the pitch, closing down, getting in behind, and they won nothing. Arteta now has gone back to being a more defensively solid-minded coach. You know, I hesitate to only because I saw Jose Mourinho do this, right? Jose Mourinho would win certainly towards the middle part, back end of his career. Defensively, you see what he did with Inter Milan, right? You see the way he set his side up to win that Champions League.
Yeah.
Defensively, they went to the Nou Camp. I think they drew nil with 10 men, right? Against Pep Guardiola's Barcelona.
Yeah.
And defensively, they just love defend. I see they love defending. They all enjoy their job and they all understand their job. And you're right, Rice has got a job to do. Zubamendi's got a job to do. Whoever else might be playing in those wide areas, whether it be Noni, whether it be Saka or Martinelli or Trossard, they all get back in their shape.
Yeah.
They all get back and they now break us down.
The set pieces, I mean, look,
the set pieces.
Delivery as well, by the way. It's all about delivery. You know, you're going to cause problems if you put the ball in the right area. And consistently, Declan Rice.
His delivery for that first goal.
Yeah, I mean, the ball for the first goal. I mean, it's terrible defending, but the ball.
How that ball can travel as far without it being challenged is one thing, but the delivery is exquisite.
Yeah.
But Arsenal they've made teams realise that's why there's so many long throws now. Because basically, some of these long throws, if you get it right, they're like a corner. Some of them, you get into that near post, then it turns into fight ball. Arsenal are the reason I think teams are doing what they're doing now.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are doing it. And the long ball.
Killing the Premier League.
Well, it's a style of football. There's no right and wrong way of playing football.
No, but it's not great. It's not great watch, is it?
Well, who cares?
Arsenal have got both in the locker, right? We've seen that tonight. Arsenal can do both. A lot of teams can't.
Nope.
I've seen Tottenham. Kevin Danso taking long throws and all that. I don't
know whether Lewis Skelly has got a long throw.
Lewis Skelly's
they might
not.
have to rethink
Lewis
that one.
Skelly's not got a long throw.
No, it's like,
the poor boy. He looks like he's trying everything in his power to get that ball near the 6-yard box. He can't get it there.
Did you ever have a long throw?
I
had the
in my head,
worst throw in the world, mate.
in my head, I thought I might have had a long throw, but it weren't a long throw.
Mate, that is a hard skill, by the way. And I don't know what it is.
You've got to have the old triceps. It's all about the triceps.
But certain people can do it and certain people can't.
Yeah.
And when you've got it, right, if you can zip like that, like Delap, right?
Yeah, that was outrageous, though.
Right? Is it Rory? It's Rory. I keep saying it. Right, you get that delivery and it goes in and it misses the first man. That is absolute chaos.
Yeah.
Chaos ensues.
Yeah.
And that's what Arsenal have done.
I know,
Every ball in the box is chaos.
A lot of long throws I'm seeing in the Premier League. They're not even long throws.
They're
not long.
No, they're a bit skinny, aren't they?
No.
They're not making them. They're not
Long and
reaching
skinny.
it. Yeah.
Oh, dear. Anyway, let's talk Championship football, shall we? 03 717 22 3344.
Oh, when the Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in.
You listen to the Sports Bar Talk Sport. Me, Jamie O'Hara, Jason Cundy. Going to be joined by football expert Kevin Hatchard. He'll run us through all these crazy results tonight in the Champions League. But it's a big night in the Championship. Ipswich Town got smashed 3-0 by Charlton. Southampton losing again to Bristol City. Wow, what is going on? Let's go to some Southampton fans. They're not happy. Let's go to Ollie. He's a Southampton fan. Oz?
Ollie.
Hello.
Hi, Ollie. How are you?
What's going on, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, boys. I'm not very happy at all tonight.
Yeah, Will Steele's having a bit of a stinker.
I'm not happy at all. We've won 4 league games in 17 months.
Jeez.
4 in 17 months?
Will still needs to get out of our club very quickly.
Do you know what you Southampton... Every time a Southampton fan comes on, the amount of times you said that he needs to get out of our club. What is it with your managers? What happens? How come you fall out of love with them so quick? I know... I mean,
well,
he ain't been there... I know, but he hasn't been there the whole time.
No. The issue with our club, it's rotten from the core at the moment, and every manager we get in seems to do the same old job.
Yeah, but what's going on? Like, it can't just be the manager. Ollie?
No. It's not just the manager at all. We've also got recruitment issues.
Who's that? Who's that in the back? Who's giving recruitment?
Who's that in the back? Who's that?
George. It's George.
Right, Georgie.
Come on, George.
Yeah, are you the brains of the operation of this phone call?
Semi. Well, I'm actually a Spurs fan, but backing myself.
Right, you need to get back. You need to pipe that. Don't you bring that negativity towards us. You keep that way.
No. With Spurs doing all right, but we'll keep it back on Southampton.
Right, go on. So go on. As your opinion, why is it so bad? Because you just said recruitment. Go on.
Yeah. Well, they can't score. Did you watch the game against Swansea?
Tonight?
Missed about 5... back in... Well, Swansea last week. I didn't watch the game tonight. I was out. But, against Swansea, they drew 0-0. Couldn't hit a barn door, basically.
Yeah. All right.
But they've got a striker, Damien Downs, they just bought in. He's tragic.
Yeah, he needs to go immediately. Get him out of our club.
No, another one. You want him out? Oh.
That's back to Ollie.
Back to me. We've got one more here.
Worst player since Ali Dia for Southampton.
Ali Dia. All right, boys. Let's go to another one. Let's go to Tommy, Southampton fan. Tommy.
All right, Tom.
Evening, gents. Big fan of the show.
Cheers, Tom. But what's going on at Southampton, mate? It used to be a good club.
We used to be, mate, about 10 years ago, but it's gone peak Tom.
Yeah, really bad.
I don't think we can keep blaming the managers, though. You know, Will Steele has just come in fresh. We haven't given him the right tools, I don't think. We need a target man. I saw Troy Deeney on the old YouTube the other day. I mean, bring him back out of retirement and get him up front for crying out loud. We need someone for sure.
Look, you went down, right, Tom? Tom, you just went down, and I thought Southampton, they're a good football club, right? You got good foundations there. Always had a good academy, good catchment area. I thought, you can always rely on getting some young lads come through.
Tyler Dibley, just.
But it just feels like you've just fallen off a cliff.
It does. I think since new ownership come in for the past sort of 3 years, it just feels like we've been on a downward spiral, essentially. It's just not been right from top to bottom, and I just think some of the men upstairs aren't making the right decisions in the long run, really. Really not good enough.
This might sound a bit of a silly question. I know Will Steele's only just kind of got there. Just get him out of our club. Is it that situation now? Is Will still under big pressure? If you got Blackburn away next game.
It's tough.
Yeah, I mean it could be. In my opinion, I don't want him out just yet. I still think he's got the right minerals to get on with the job and stuff. But if it carries on the way it is, obviously it wouldn't look too good. But I think everyone just blaming the manager straight away isn't going to help the club at all. Everyone needs to unite in tough times and really get behind the team because we've got some really good players. We spent a lot of money in the summer. We spent probably about 50, 60 million quid. We brought in Finn Azaz. Tom Fellows looks a good player. Obviously, Shea Charles, who was a good player in the division last year. We've got a real good group there. We just need, as fans, to unite a bit more, get behind the team, back the manager, and really go for it. I don't think, moaning about stuff isn't going to make it any better for anyone, really, in the long run.
Okay. All right, let's go to Richard. He's a Southampton fan. Rich?
All right, Dickie?
How you doing, gents?
I'm all right, Rich. What's going on? I mean, a lot of Southampton fans phoning us up. It's obviously a real toxic place at the moment.
Well, we speak all the time, mate. It's Rich and Emily from Cornwall, so we're on our way back now.
It's a long way, mate.
No, it's closer than the home game.
No, you're at Bristol. That's right, Bristol. What's that journey time then?
But
That's that, yeah, definitely. But tonight, like I say, we made Bristol City look like prime Barcelona.
Yeah.
They were all over us. They could have put 5 or 6 past us easily.
Bristol are a good side.
They are full.
They are flying, and they looked it tonight. But just going on to about Will Steele quickly, like that's the first time I've seen the crowd go like that. You know, the boos at half-time, the boos at full-time. The players left the pitch really quickly. I think, is he out of his depth? Yes, but we can't just keep jumping from manager to manager. Like, who's out there? Who would you bring in? I know.
I just don't know if it's the manager, is it? I mean, like, I think a club like Southampton, you know, what manager is going to come in and make a massive difference? It's about the foundations, right? Getting the project right. You know, I remember back in the day, Southampton, right, when I was you know, a young lad. Southampton had an amazing academy, right? Gareth Bale, Theo Walcott. You know,
still do. I think
you know, like there was always young players coming through. Like surely Southampton have got that academy still, right? That setup still got to be there. Where's them players? Where's the young players coming into the team that make a big difference?
You know, when we had them players coming through, we were voted one of the best academies in Europe, and suddenly, like you're saying just then, falling off a cliff. I can't remember the last decent couple of years we've had players from there. It just feels like everything's been a sideshow. We went up to the Prem, you know, and then got relegated straight away. Are we ready to go back? No. It's the first time that I've left the game today going, we'd be lucky not to be dragged into a relegation problem if we don't crack on.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it might be. All right. Rich, thanks for the call. I'm going to go to another one. Billy, he's a Saints fan. Bill?
Billy boy.
You all right, boys?
Yeah, Bill, look, obviously you're not happy right now.
No, well, I agree that the foundations need to be set and these players need to get used to winning because the hurt of last season is clearly still showing with some of these players because, to be honest, it's the same group. We've made some signings, but most of them are on the bench and it's mainly the same group, but they were so used to losing last season.
Yeah, I know how it feels like.
Like one of the callers said, 4 wins in 17 months. Like, that is
once the mentality sets in, that rot sets in.
It becomes a habit.
Yeah, it becomes a habit. Winning becomes a habit, and losing becomes a habit as well. And and how you change it, it's not easy. It's not easy to get rid of it. It's like a disease.
I think tonight was a big reality check of what this season's going to be like, to be honest. I think most of these fans are expecting us to walk the league and go straight back up, but honestly, I'm looking at it as I wouldn't mind a season in the Championship just to build some of those foundations and then build on that from the following season.
Sound down the sense.
Yeah, I know. They're having a stinker.
They're in the mouth, mate, Paul.
Yeah. Championship manager, isn't he? Will Steele.
Job, mate.
That's a big job. That is a big job. They're a good club, though, aren't they? Southampton.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't give you any right to win football matches.
No, I hear you.
They won 2 out of 11 this season.
Yeah, that's shocking. They're having one. All right, Saints fans, thanks for your call. Keep the calls coming in. You want to have your say on your team's performance. We're going to be talking a bit more Champions League action as well. You listen to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. With talkSPORT Bet, download the new talkSPORT Bet app today. 18+. Begin with Dog. You're listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie O'Hara, and Jason Cundy. You're going to be joined by European football expert Kevin Hatchard. He'll talk us through Champions League action. But first, do you, want the chance to play to win up to £100,000?
I'd love to.
Yeah, listen up. talkSPORT's biggest cash prize ever. We're going all out. Massive 100 grand, completely tax-free. Could be yours if you're the lucky winner, chosen to come to talkSPORT Towers on November 13th.
Yeah, I'll work it.
You'll get the chance to play
Yeah, go ahead, what
to
do I
win
do?
that incredible cash prize.
Jay.
Don't miss out.
Yeah, I
Keep
know.
listening to find out how to enter.
18 plus UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text the word cash to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission, or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 338. All entries must be received by the 6th of November at 4 p.m. This is a TalkSPORT limited promotion run on TalkSPORT, Talk and Virgin Radio UK stations. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
Yeah,
I missed it. 0330 880. I missed it.
Shut up. Newcastle. They made it back-to-back wins in Europe. They smashed Benfica 3-0 tonight. Let's hear from Newcastle gaffer Eddie Howe, who was asked about why his side seems to be able to score so freely in Europe but struggle in the league.
Yeah, that's a head-scratcher for me as well, because we know their qualities, we know their goal scorers, we know how good of players they are, and that goes through for another few players in our squad as well. You know, everyone's pointed to the fact that we haven't been scoring enough in the Premier League. But when you see us play like we did tonight and how we attacked and the amount of chances we created, that's a difficult one for us to work out. But all we can do is return to the Premier League and return with the same attitude. I think if the attitude's there, the quality will show.
Yeah, look, they're doing well in Europe.
Doing very well in Europe. It's got to get their act together. Premier League. It's stuttered a little bit, but.
Let's go to David. He's a Newcastle fan. All right, Dave.
All right, Dave-o.
Harry, lads.
All right, Dave. How are you? Feeling good?
Lads. First time caller, big time live over the shore.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers, Dave-o.
Look, massive result tonight. That you can't take anything away from Newcastle.
Oh, it was a huge result, mate. But I just want to talk about how good was that third goal.
Yeah. I mean,
Nick Watlamari's touch, unbelievable. Isaac who.
Yeah, just lays in.
Mate, you know what? It hasn't gone unnoticed how good Voltemada's been.
I know, he's been excellent.
You know, he's come in.
Yeah.
Big money. And look, let's all be honest. We thought they was going to struggle. And no one really knew what Voltemada was going to produce. But I tell you what, he's overachieving.
Massively, mate. But I just... how good was Gordon and everyone?
Yeah.
A big shout out to Lewis Miley as well. Lewis Miley was unreal there, by the way.
Yeah. You've got to sort it out in the league, though, haven't you, Dave? It's a bit iffy.
It's not that bad, though, because Tottenham can have a couple of bad results in our. We win a couple of games, we're above them, aren't we?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you put it like
that. There's a couple of losses, you win a couple. Then.
I know, but yeah. But you want to be Champions League now, don't you? Like that's where Newcastle want to be, playing football where it looked consistent. Europe.
Oh, definitely. They need to open in the Premier League. It was an impressive performance today, though. Big time.
Yeah. I mean, Benfica are up. They're struggling. They're nowhere near the Benfica that they were.
Mourinho, I think, is going to get a bit of stick. He's come in there, and every time I've watched Benfica, they've been rubbish.
Yeah, they're not great. But when you get players against a team that ain't great, you've got to put them to the sword. And that's what Newcastle did. Dealt with them.
Jason, you just play what's in front of you, mate.
That's exactly that, That's exactly that.
Look at your team, how win the Club World Cup, waiting around like a Club World Champion, so you just got to beat what's in front of you.
That's it. I know. Well, thanks for reminding me, actually. Club World Champion, I forgot about that.
No, that was good performance. I thought the lads did real well. Miley, again, fantastic. Malik Chow, by the way.
Yeah.
Going to be signing this season, him, he's unbelievable, him at centre-half out. He's definitely better than Romero.
Yeah. Have you had a couple of drinks tonight, Dave?
No.
No, all right. Sounded like. Yeah.
Oh shit! Someone's at the door.
All right, Dave. Top man, mate.
Cheers, Dave-o.
On. Let's go to Ben, who's a Charlton fan. Ben?
Benny boy.
Oh, hi, fellas. How are we doing?
I'm all right, Ben. How are you?
Benny boy.
I'm on top of the world. On top of the world, boys.
Yeah, you're fine, aren't you? You're doing all right.
I can't believe how good that result was tonight. Everyone in the stand was just shocked. We never go away and do well, especially at Ipswich. Last time it was 6-0 we lost. So yeah, amazing performance.
Playoffs. We're in the playoffs.
We were terrible. Yeah, I know. What on earth is going on? We were terrible first half, and then Jones gave him a kick up the backside. And
did Lloyd play tonight? Lloyd Jones?
Centre half.
Yeah,
Centre
as per an absolute rock.
I love Lloydie.
Absolute rock in defence.
He's flying, isn't he?
He's quality.
Yeah, he's doing well, the boy.
He was on that show with you.
He was, yeah. He was on that show. I give him a load of stick all the time. Yeah, slaughter him, I do. You know, I was like, hold on. You know, I'm here for the dough. Do you know what I mean? I'm retired. You know, he's still playing.
Might be Premier League next season.
And you know what? Fair play to him, though, because I said to him, go back, get your head down. You know, you're a long time retired. And to be fair, he's been flying ever since.
He has been quality. He's not made a mistake, or he's not put a foot wrong all season.
He's a good player.
Yeah, no, he deserves his flowers.
Yeah.
Quality
He's a good lad as well, mate. Good lad on a night out, let me tell you.
Yeah.
He's a good boy.
I bet.
I don't want to know, mate. Ben, seriously, what can Charlton do this season? What is, because, look, you have started well, and right now you're in the playoff places. Realistically, what can you do?
Just to be honest, I think we're all just hoping to stay up at least. I know we're obviously in the playoffs now, but it's a long season. Like, any injuries come in, you never know. Obviously, to try and get into January before the transfer window, and just build on these performances. We play teams off the park. Exactly, that's it. Just have fun.
Yeah, enjoy the ride.
You never know in the Championship, do you? Do you know what I mean?
And away from home, from a former Premier League side, and much fancy to go up. Not just go up Ipswich, by the way, go up as champions. A lot of people tipped. Yeah. They're kind of treading water at the minute, Ipswich.
Yeah.
You know, they've just had one win in 4.
Not good. All right, Ben, thanks for calling. Let's go to Patrick. He's a Charlton fan. You like phoning up gloating, didn't you? Give me the big one.
Right, Patty boy.
I'm not too bad, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, all right. You've been at the game. I'm guessing you're driving back?
Yeah, driving back now. Not too bad. Bit of traffic. Getting in about 10 minutes into the game anyway. Absolutely ramo. But I don't think anyone, like the geezer just said just now, no one's expected a 3-0 win away from home. It was unbelievable.
No, great win.
Oh, they're flying. Yeah. Doing well, but can you sustain it? You know, that's my question. Can you sustain it? Have you got the squad?
I said at the start of the year, mid-table would be unbelievable, and like every year you see one of the 3 teams that come up start off really well, and usually it's the poorer out of the 3, if that makes sense. Like Premier League, Sunderland are doing unbelievable, like starting really well. Yep. You do tend to see it drop off a bit, but I'd be happy with mid-table.
Okay.
All right.
Just staying up then.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think I'm a bit more than that, aren't they? Surely.
They look solid.
All right, Pat, thanks for your call. Appreciate it. Charlton fans obviously happy at the moment. That is a massive result, going away from home, especially to Ipswich. It's a long old journey.
Yes, that's a bad result for Kieran McKenna.
Yeah.
That is a stink fest, that. I see him play against Norwich a couple of weeks ago. They were good. Thoroughly deserved to win.
Yeah.
Really, really deserved to win. But since then, mate, no, it's not happening for him. I'm not suggesting at all that he might lose his job.
No.
But they expect to go at minimum requirements playoff.
Minimum.
And he can't have too many of those performances.
No. Sheffield United got a result. They won tonight, 3-1. So Millwall.
Coventry cruising style.
Coventry. I mean, they're on fire. They won again.
Haven't got beat yet.
Yeah, Frank Lampard's doing an unbelievable job. What a job he's done. All right, loads to go at. We're going to be joined by European football expert Kevin Hatchard. He's going to run us through some big results tonight in the Champions League. You're listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Still to come, we're going to run you through the back pages, but let's run through some of the other massive stories across the continent. Massive night in the Champions League. We're talking Bet.
Bring it on with talkSPORT Bet. Download the app or visit talksportbet.com to see all our latest sign-up offers. 18 plus, gambleaware.org.
Yeah, before we get to Kevin Hatchard, let's hear from Benfica boss Jose Mourinho. His side were beaten 3-0 by Newcastle. Have a listen to what Jose had to say about the atmosphere at St James's Park tonight.
To be honest, I think in the first half was a quiet St James's. Was quiet. They felt that the game was not easy. They felt that Benfica was much closer than Newcastle to score. They brought their enthusiasm in set pieces, which is normal when you have a team of giants, and was the only moment where they brought that enthusiasm and that pressure to the opponent. We felt very comfortable in the first half. In the second half, the second goal kills the game, and then after that, easy for Newcastle to play, easy for the fans to enjoy. But to be honest, the atmosphere was just nice, not difficult.
I mean, 1 minute he's bigging him up, then he's whinging at it. Do you know what I mean? He got pumped, deal with it. He lost his touch a little bit, Mourinho.
He's not the same manager, mate. He's not. He's simply not. The game moves on. It can happen quickly.
No, we say the game moves on. He's one of the greatest managers ever. I mean, how far can the game move on?
Well, I mean, the style of play,
no, but what is his? His style of play would probably work now, right?
His style of play, actually, he's a bit more of a pragmatic manager than Pep, right? But Pep came here, and then everyone, you had Southampton coming up from the Championship, trying to play out from the back. Burnley were doing it with company. Now, this season, the game changes. It does, there are trends. There are trends, and managers look to see how's that working. Is our squad better suited to doing this?
Yeah.
You made the point. It's a great point. Sean Dyche coming into Forest, the way the game is being played right here, right now, I think it will suit Forest.
Yeah.
Not just because the way they played under Nuno, but it's not as... I think the quality is not of the standard it has been in the last 20 years. Nowhere near it for me.
No. All right, let's speak to Kevin Hatchard, a European football expert. All right, Kev.
All right, Kev.
How are we, chaps? Well?
Yeah, we're good, mate. Look, let's start with Mourinho, because Benfica, they ain't been great, have they?
No, they haven't. I think they've played a hell of a lot of games. If you go back, you look at the Club World Cup that they were involved in the summer, and they just don't have the level of squads to necessarily deal with that. So I don't think they necessarily have the energy to deal with these big games or the quality, quite frankly. They got beaten at home by Karabakh on match day 1. Jeez. They lost at Chelsea. They were competitive but faded in the closing stages. And now they've just been beaten rather comfortably by Newcastle. So, the truth is, up against Premier League teams, you would not expect Benfica to pick up a positive result. The real killer, and the one that ironically got Mourinho the job, was the home defeat against Karabakh. But no, the gap between Premier League teams and the top Portuguese teams now, I think, is enormous.
Look, Arsenal fans listening to this driving home, it was a very, very good second half performance and a statement win. That Arsenal fans are saying. I get why they're saying it, but my God, you just got to look across Europe and see what real statement wins are. Barcelona went 6 against Olympiacos, and Bayer Leverkusen getting pumped 7-2 by PSG at their, in Germany. How good were these two performances from Barca and PSG?
Barcelona eventually. Olympiacos were in the game. They pulled a goal back, got a penalty, but then once Olympiacos had Heze sent off, then Barcelona just moved through the gears. Lamine Yamal, by the way, youngest player ever to reach 25 Champions League appearances. I mean, he's just phenomenal. Fermin Lopez, who's a player that was linked with Chelsea in the summer, really good player, doesn't get talked about a lot, really. He got a hat-trick and looked really, really sharp. A couple of goals from Marcus Rashford, who looked good as well. But the real statement was Paris. To win 7-2 at Leverkusen was just unbelievable. And at one stage it was 1-1 and 10 against 10 because there were 2 red cards. Robert Andrich got sent off for elbowing Doué in the face. He's the captain of Leverkusen, so he went. And then Ilya Zabani, the old Bournemouth defender, he got sent off. I thought a bit harshly, actually, for dragging down Kofane, but I thought Kofane had hold of him. So he got sent off, and it was 1-1 and 10 against 10. They just absolutely demolished them. I did think Arsenal, actually, that was a statement in some ways, because Atletico, I thought, were in the game. I thought when Alvarez hit the bar, Alvarez took over the game early part of the second half. But once Arsenal got the first goal, I thought they really motored. And I think what Arsenal are showing is that even when the overall performance isn't great, they're so good defensively and they can hurt anyone at set plays. So I thought it was a statement of sorts, but teams like PSG can cause them real problems.
I just want a special mention for Inter Milan. They won 4-0 away from home. They're second in Serie A at the moment, but they haven't conceded either. They're on 9 points. They're just above Arsenal. Arsenal do play them actually in the group stages. Are they serious contenders again?
I think they could be. It's difficult to know at the moment. They've won 7 on the spin under Kivu, but they had a lot of upheaval in the summer because obviously Simone Inzaghi made the move to Saudi Arabia. And so Christian Kivu's come in, is into through and through, used to play for them, used to be a youth coach there, but doesn't have loads of senior experience. But what he does have is a very good squad. And he's got loads of good options in attack. Lautaro still scoring goals. Marcus Thuram's been injured, but Bonny's come in and is scoring goals. They've got Pio Esposito, who's a young striker as well, who's recently been playing for Italy and scored for Italy. So they've got lots of options. They're a good side. I don't think they're top level at the moment, but I think they could go deep in the competition.
Kev, I've got to ask you about PSV. They beat Napoli 6-2. Scott McTominay... got a couple of late goals, I think, but was that an absolute drumming?
Yeah, it was. Napoli were down to 10 men at one stage, but they absolutely got demolished. It's been a bad week for Napoli because they lost at Torino at the weekend, and they've been smacked here, and that's 2 defeats in 3 now for them. And the question is always going to be asked about Antonio Conte. Can he balance league form with European form? Because remember, he won Serie A last season very impressively, but he didn't have any European football to deal with. Now he has.
Right.
It's a slightly different ball game.
Okay. Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Didn't he, when he won the title?
Yeah. Kev, I've got to ask you about the games tomorrow night. Obviously, we're looking at, was it Chelsea got Ajax, Frankfurt versus Liverpool. That's a big game. Spurs have got Monaco. I mean, Frankfurt, can they cause problems?
Absolutely, they can. You never quite know what you're going to get with Frankfurt. They can be brilliant, but they can also be pretty ordinary. They were well beaten by Bayern the other day at home, 3-0, but Bayern are terrific at the moment. And what we do know about Frankfurt is they've got lots of goals in the team. Jonathan Burkhardt, German international striker, came in the summer from Mainz. He's on good form at the moment. Watch out for Can Uzun, attacking midfielder, really, really good young player. Technical qualities, added goals to his game. He's really dangerous. And Litz Doan, who's a Japanese international winger, he's been great in the Bundesliga for the last couple of years, and I think in the Champions League we're going to start to see what he's really capable of. So I think that's a tough test for Liverpool. Okay. I wouldn't like to predict which way it will go, because it's one of those where if Liverpool get the first goal, I think they probably go on and win the game, but the crowd will be up for it. Liverpool have got to start well.
Okay.
My mob up at Stamford Bridge tomorrow night. Chelsea, we take on Ajax. They are bottom of the table after 2 games, but I just wonder what we can expect. They're 4th in the Eredivisie at the minute.
Yeah, they're struggling, is the truth of it. Johnny Heitinger, who was an assistant at Liverpool under Arne Slot, he's having a really tough time of it at the moment. They were close to winning the league last season, but didn't quite do it, collapsed late on. And I just don't think they're necessarily up to this level. They've been quite short, really, at this level. One thing we should probably mention, actually, just outside the Champions League, although it's relevant to one of the teams that actually played tonight, Barcelona's game that we've talked about before against Villarreal in Miami, that has been cancelled. Yeah, La Liga have announced that has been cancelled. Wow. Now, there were protests across La Liga from the players who refused to play for the first 15 seconds of each game. You've had actual Barcelona players like Frenkie de Jong speaking out against it, saying that they think it's a really bad idea. Real Madrid have said that they think it's a bad idea, probably because they weren't involved. And in the end, La Liga have canned it.
Wow.
So
that doesn't look good for them, does it?
No, it doesn't. And La Liga have talked about how it's a missed opportunity. There's a bit of mixed messaging because Relevant, who are the US promoters who were trying to make this happen, they've talked about it being postponed, but La Liga have said cancelled. Right. So it'll be really interesting to see how this turns out. But I do think there's still a lot of uneasiness about playing these league games outside of the countries they're in. And I'm delighted, to be honest. I think the longer we can resist this, the better it's going to be.
Yep, okay.
Yeah, I agree with that, Kev. I do. I have to say, I mean, look, we see in the Premier League the product, it goes all over the world and football clubs spend a lot of money. But I feel like outside of Barcelona and Real Madrid teams, Atletico maybe, but I feel like the other teams are struggling, no?
I think the difficult thing is that football's got is that it's looking for ways to... They're looking at the Premier League. The honest truth is the Premier League is such an enormous beast now that the big hitters outside of England look at it and think, how are we going to make money? And how are we going to compete with them? And so they're looking at marketing and they're looking at activation opportunities, as they would call them, but all these kind of marketing things, and they think, well, maybe that's a way we can make money, that maybe that's a way we can grow the brand. But I just think the people who get forgotten in all of this all the time are the fans, because you've got fans who go to games, league games for decades, go to every single game, rain or shine, they're always there spending the money, and then you say, do you just mind if we have this home game in Miami, or disappear off to Australia and play a game there? It's just not right. Yeah. And I just think all too often fans get forgotten about, and German fans wouldn't allow it. We've seen with the Super League, English fans wouldn't allow it, or certainly would kick up a fuss. Spanish fans are a bit of an easier target, but it's the players who've taken up the baton here.
Okay. All right. Kev, you're a star, mate. Thank you.
Kev.
Cheers, chaps.
That's Kevin Hatchard, European football expert. We've got Back Pages coming up next.
Bring it on with talkSPORT Bet. Download the app or visit talksportbet.com to see all our latest sign-up offers. 18+, gambleaware.org.